The European Flood Awareness System, going operational. The disastrous floods in the Elbe and Danube rivers in 2002 confronted the European Commission with non-coherent flood warning information from different sources and of variable quality, complicating planning and organisation of aid. So, in 2003, the Commission initiated the development of a European Flood Awareness System, EFAS, which is now going operational. EFAS has been developed and tested at the Joint Research Center in close collaboration with the National Hydrological and Meteorological Services, European Civil Protection and other research institutes. Since 2011, EFAS has been part of the GMES Emergency Management Service, and in 2012, EFAS is being transferred from research to operations within member states' organizations. Today, more than 30 hydrological services and civil protection services in Europe are part of the EFAS network. The operational EFAS is being carried out by several consortia, dealing with different operational aspects. EFAS Hydrological Data Collection Center is run by a Spanish consortium from Andalusia, Rediam and Alimco. This center is responsible for collecting historic and real-time discharge and water level data in order to support EFAS. EFAS Meteorological Data Collection Center is outsourced but running on site at JRC Ispra, Italy. This center is responsible for collecting historic and real-time meteorological data in support of EFAS. EFAS Computational Center, hosted at the European Centre for Medium-Range Weather Forecasts, ECMWF, is responsible for the forecasts and post-processing and for operating the EFAS Information System platform. EFAS Dissemination Center is run by a consortium of the Swedish Meteorological and Hydrological Institute, SMHI, the Slovak Hydrometeorological Institute, SHMU, and Rijkswaterstaat in the Netherlands, RWS. This center is responsible for the analysis of the EFAS results on a daily basis and for assessing the situation and disseminating information to EFAS partners. The responsibility for the dissemination of EFAS alerts will be divided among the consortium partners with regard to the main European sea basins. SMHI takes care of dissemination to EFAS partners with rivers flowing into the Baltic Sea. SMHU disseminates alerts to EFAS partners with runoff to the Black Sea. And RWS disseminates alerts to EFAS partners with runoff to the North Sea and the Atlantic. The consortium partners also share the responsibility for dissemination of EFAS alerts for the rivers within the Mediterranean region as follows. SMHI disseminates to the Spanish partners, RWS to France, and SHMU to the Italian partners. The European Commission, that is, the Joint Research Centre, DG ECHO MIC and DG Enterprise GMES, is responsible for the contract management and coordination of the operational EFAS. EFAS provides probabilistic flood alert information more than 48 hours in advance to national authorities. In 2010, from mid-May onwards, several countries in Central Europe were affected by repeated rainfall of high intensity, leading to flooding in Austria, the Czech Republic, Germany, Hungary, Poland, Slovakia, Serbia, Ukraine and Romania. The rainfall was widespread across Central Europe, but the highest rainfall fell in Poland. Let's now have a look at some EFAS forecasts related to this flood event. The period of time for this visualization stretches from the 5th to the 15th of May 2010. One of the many products presented in the EFAS user interface is the VAREPS forecast from ECMWF. Here you can see the VAREPS forecasts showing the probability of accumulated rainfall over the entire forecast range of 10 days. The probability of exceeding 50 mm is shown in green and 150 mm in blue. As you can see, large amounts of rain are predicted in southern Poland and surrounding areas. Let's now look at the hydrological forecasts to see how the rivers in the region are likely to respond. This sequence shows the number of varebs above high, in red, which is the probability of exceeding the 5-year flood event. In purple, you can see the number of varebs above severe, which is the probability of exceeding the 20-year flood event. And now we put together the two sequences, the precipitation and the flood, and combine them with the EFAS alerts that were sent out to the EFAS partners. May the 12th. An EFAS flood alert is sent to Poland for high probability of flooding in the Vistula River. May the 12th and 13th. EFAS flood alerts for tributaries to the Danube are sent to Romania. May the 13th. EFAS flood alert for Slovakian tributaries. May the 14th. EFAS flood watch for the possibility of flooding in upstream Odra sent to Czech and Polish contacts, and EFAS flood alert for the Morava River to the Czech Republic, Slovakia and Austria. May the 15th. EFAS flood watch upgraded to a flood alert for the high probability of flooding in the river Odra for Czech and Polish partners. And an EFAS flood alert for tributaries to the river Tisa sent to Hungary and Romania. EFAS started alerting the Monitoring and Information Center of the European Commission from May the 12th onwards. International assistance through MIC was triggered by Poland on May the 19th for the Vistula and Odra rivers, and by Hungary on May the 25th for the river Tisa. On May the 21st, the GMES SAFER activity was triggered and provided flood extent information. Poland was the country most affected, with the two major river basins, the Vistula and Odra, having experienced major flooding in places, with record high flood levels and inundations. Measurements of Poland and other countries have confirmed that EFAS predictions for the 2010 flood event in Eastern Europe were entirely accurate. The European Flood Awareness System contributes in the case of major flood events to better protection of European citizens, their environment, their property, and their cultural heritage.